think it's interesting that you've cast yourself in a role where you ask me questions. And may I say, who would not want to play a high school history teacher? The role is so potent, so powerful, so fashionable.
I'm scared now. I'm very scared. I have a question. Have you ever done stand-up?
No, that would be terrifying.
Really?
Battle going on. All right, let's go with the mic up here. Where are we at? We up there?
Hello. First, I just want to say I've loved you ever since you were on the practice, and you were so terrifying and so nice.
Now that's a really scary character.
I know. I flip-flopped the whole time. It was, is he crazy? Is he a murderer? Oh dear. And when you came on Lost, I was so just blown away. When my sister and I are bored, we'll text each other quotes, and our favorite one is Henry Gale from Minnesota. But my question is, you know, you've done so well at playing these very complicated, scary men, and you're so nice and you're so quiet, and what do you draw on to be able to do it? Because you're an awesome actor to be so nice and then be so terrifying.
It's just some kind of fantasy fulfillment. No, I say that and it's a joke. See, who would fantasize about such things?
Oh man. The mic on this side? Where's our mic? Oh, okay, back there.
Hi, my name is Antonio. I wanted to ask, what was your favorite scene to shoot and why?
There's a bunch of good ones for different reasons. I'll never forget shooting the scene where I strangled John Locke. And it's not even been seen, it's John Locke's scene. But the day was, you know, once in a while in your work, not to get too reverent about it, but once in a while in your work you have a day that seems like a transcendental experience. Like, this is as good as this kind of work gets, and that day qualifies for that. One of those days where even the crew knows that something special is afoot, and that it's time to listen up and see where this thing is going, and see if we can catch it on film. And Terry was from some other world that day, and it was electrifying and chilling at the same time. And there were times in the shooting of those scenes, he was so broken down and broken-hearted. I thought, are we going on? Should we maybe take a break? No, camera was still rolling, so I thought, okay, here we go, let's just play this. And so I will never forget that day. It had some mysterious qualities in it, and as you know, very high stakes in the scene. It was most interesting.
What was it like when you found out that you were going to kill John Locke, and when did you find out?
Oh, you know, sometimes I just read the scripts and I go, what the hell? Are you kidding me? This is where you were going to go? Okay.
Did you think it was appropriate, or?
Well, I gave up on I gave up on having any idea about what my character should be long ago, when he wiped out the Dharma Initiative. I struggled with that, but it was actually easier to just give up on those things. Just show up, put on the clothes, play the scene. It's all gonna be all right.
Let's see, we're back over here, I think, back in this mic area. Way in the back.
Good afternoon. Hi, Michael. Aloha. I'm Janine, originally from Hawaii. And I think you're one of the best actors in the entire planet. Lost would not have been the same for me without you on it. And my question is, I'm dying to know, did you ever get your socks from Target?
Oh, you're talking about that thing I did.
And I wanted you to know also that you don't know how much of the people in Hawaii that you terrified every time you showed up in a public place.
You know, I wasn't aware of it. I really should pay more attention to it. Sometimes, you know, you're in the bread aisle at the supermarket and people are scattering and you think it's fun. Mahalo.
Do you have a favorite occurrence where someone just freaked out? Like, you know, they kind of just associated you with your Ben character or your character on the practice?
No one totally freaked out
No.
over Ben. I played a serial killer once on a different show, and people did freak out over that.
Really?
I was in the Kmart on 34th Street in Manhattan one day. I was on the up elevator, and a woman with many shopping bags was coming down on the other side, and she flipped. She dropped all her bags and started screaming. And you look behind you, because that can't be.
Let's go to the top mic. Where are we at?
We're over here.
Over there.
How you doing, Michael? My name's Big Mike from New York City.
Yay.
Represent. Right. Just had a question for you. I wanted to know, what did you do? What was it about you that, in your mind, got you cast as Ben? And did you know what you were getting in for when you got into the show?
I had no idea what I was getting in for.
What's your favorite Subway sandwich? Somebody needs to ask you. Thanks, Ben.
Wow, in what order do I answer?
I'd go with the sandwich.
Cold cut trio. What were the other questions? I went right out. What?
I lost track.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I played other parts. Really, it's a dull answer, but I was seen in other roles that had similarly sinister or ambiguous qualities, and I think they thought that I might be right for something they were trying to do, and it worked out, luckily.
So I have a question. Trusting the writers in the way it's written and knowing that Ben is constantly thinking and knowing when he's lying or when he's possibly trying to tell the truth or manipulating someone. In the work that you do, how do you know how to play that particular scene when I've seen you do 3 or 4 different kind of, I'd say, lying or manipulating in one scene when you don't know really what the next scene might, come about?
Oh, but the easy solution to that whole dilemma is I don't even think about lying or telling the truth. I just play the scene straight. In a way, whether I'm lying or telling the truth is not my business.
Right.
If I'm a good liar, it's identical to the truth.
You're an excellent one.
So, I mean, if you're playing that you're lying, you give it away.
Yeah.
So, what's easy on Lost is you just play everything completely straight and in earnest, and then let the audience worry about whether it's true or not, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we're worrying. Trust me, we're definitely worrying.
All right, we're over here. This side.
Hey, Michael, over here, center row.
Center.
Center.
There
Okay.
you go.
Okay.
Ian from Atlanta. First of all, thank you for being so damn creepy. One of the funniest things I've ever seen was you reciting a lullaby as Ben.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering if you would be willing to grace us by having Ben read that in a dramatic fashion, that good old chestnut. These are a few of my favorite things.
I don't know the words to the song.
I didn't plan for that. I know there's theater people in here. Somebody help them out.
When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things. And then I don't feel so bad. Ashamed that I know the lyrics to that song. How did you know?
All right, we're going over here.
Hi, Greg from Seattle. I just wanted to congratulate you, Michael, on your Emmy win a couple years back.
No one has come to claim it back from me, so I think I get to keep it.
I heard in the episode that aired last week that Ian Cusick might have given you a black eye during that scene where he slams you onto the car and then punches you. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that'll get your attention. The take where I got hit is the take they used in the episode. When I go banging on his hood and I say, hey, wait, hey, this is the guy, and he gets out of the car and he comes over and goes, boom? That boom is for real. That sound you hear, that's no Foley. That's somebody's fist making contact with my freaking face.
Maybe there's going to be another Emmy.
So imagine my surprise. We got a little off. So then I just lay with my head on the hood and trying to make sure that my eyes are still in their sockets. And he's standing back there going. And that was the first scene of the day. So then we had, we spent the next 8 hours shooting all the rest of that beating. Man, long day.
Was that your worst injury, like on the set? Have you had anything worse than that?
That's pretty good. I've gotten hit several times. Well, just a question of numbers, right? Sooner or later, after 2,000 or 3,000 faked blows, somebody's going to get a little too close. So that's happened. But then you just get injured. It's so easy when you're running through a jungle at night, a real jungle, that is not paved. You turn your ankle and you break things and you run into trees and stuff.
Yeah,
it's rough work.
How hard is that running through the jungle? I mean, like how do you run without looking down? I mean, how do you just give in to
Right, and that's the problem. You do a take and Jack Bender goes, okay, I guess that was all right, but it looked like you were looking down. Yeah, I was looking down. Because it's what? Dark?